The record button has hit. Good morning, Monday afternoon. Little different type of day we got here, mainly because Rachel's out of town. My nanny is pregnant, so she had a doctor's appointment. And so I don't usually have daddy duty on a Monday, but sometimes you got to make those sacrifices. You know, I had shit to do, but I'm here. Same with Colby, which you guys are pretty much used to by now, and I got a fucking big pimple on this side of my face. Well, I popped it, but now it's just a red spot.
At age 30, man.
I know.
Isn't that weird?
But
You never seemed like the pimple kind of guy too. Growing up, pimple guy.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, like, I like popping pimples, so I'm kind of glad that I'm still 30 and getting some here and there. A lot of times it's like after I like shave and stuff, and it's more like ingrown hair stuff. But yeah, I mean, I can appreciate a good pimple pop. I'm not like I used to be. Like I used to like, you know how like when you get like a really like deep one, like and you're like I would just be pretty persistent. I'd be like, fuck that, like I'm popping this thing,
Now,
But I've matured in the pimple popping
profession
is
nice.
Like when you feel it deep and it hurts when you like press on it and stuff, but there's no like actual like maybe it's a little bit red, but you can't there's no like white to it. You tell it's not gonna pop. You gotta let that fucking mature. Rachel.
Yeah, you gotta let it marinate a little bit.
Yes, sometimes Rachel says she gets those, but she just goes to town on it, and then she's like, "Oh, I got this on my face." I'm like, "Yeah, because you gotta wait for it to mature." Like,
yeah, I believe that's the process. If you let it get to there and then you pop out the nasty stuff, that's because it's ready at that point.
I still like
I ain't a scientist. So.
like a big popper that you spurt on your mirror or something. There's just something about that's just so magical,
You know what there is something about that everyone can agree with? The ones that you get on the insides of your nose are the worst.
Oh, the deep ones on the inside of the nose.
Yeah, no, those are the ones that even like mature or not, like when that thing's hitting you, like and you accidentally
hurts.
Like you accidentally just do like this, and like something as little as that, you're like, done. I'm done. I'm going to bed. Like the day's over.
But just like the pores on your nose where you can like pinch it like this, and then it like just oozes out all of them. It's so fucking cool.
Just cool. Just blackheads.
Yeah. Let's not even talk. Let's not even talk about.
Sponsored by
Clearcell Ultra.
Clearcell Ultra. It's dudecomedy.com/Clearcell Ultra.
Let's not even talk about our counterparts. I mean,
yeah, we'll just skip over that. Hey, I want to get into something, then we'll talk about them.
Okay.
We've talked about this recently with at 30 years old. People are probably older listening. There's people probably younger listening. Was at a wedding, was talking to a guy. He's 27. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were 30. Like, you seem young, whatever." Like, yeah, that's nice compliment. But then I gave him the line. I never thought I'd be that guy where I said, "Just wait, man. 30 comes up quick."
Oh, it does.
You can't drink like you used to. Getting out of bed is hard. And so Kyle and I talked about this. I went to the doctor, routine follow up. I got a pinched nerve in my neck. Only thing to do is physical therapy, right? Physical therapy under my insurance. Since I pay for insurance, whatever, since I'm not at $5,000, I have to pay out of pocket for it. So you know what I did? I said, hell no, I'm not going to do
5,000.
I have to hit 5,000. But here's the thing.
What kind of dog shit insurance you got?
Well, it's just like the self-employed one.
You don't have, but you don't have Alita's work?
I haven't done it yet because she went part-time when she was pregnant. So to switch everything, I would have had to switch on and off. So we're just riding out the rest of this year since I've already like covered the things, right?
Oh, wait, but for your guys' marital status.
Yeah, so that's what was, but we'll fix all that at the same time.
Yeah.
But then so I'm talking to the lady, and the lady's like super nice. She even tells me like, it might be something better to come back to next year when you're on a different coverage and different plan stuff. She's like, because I don't want you to pay this out of pocket, yada, yada, yada. I start thinking about it. I'm like, if these people are the ones who aren't like trying to scam me, but it's like, that just sucks. Like I could have got fixed, but now I'm just sitting here complaining about it every day. Like today I was like, oh man, my neck really hurts. Well, still duh.
But how much does it cost them to give you a neck service though? It can't be that much.
Not $204. There's no way in 1 hour that physical therapist is making $200 an hour. I don't think so.
That's how much it would have cost you.
204, yeah. But she was super nice and even told me up front, like, hey, I probably wouldn't do it right now with this coverage, but this is what you get billed. I have
But
Kaiser
why
too.
couldn't
It's
you
like
get
I have
5 sessions for $1,000?
Was that what it would have been?
Well, yeah. I mean, that doesn't seem like a terrible deal.
Yeah, it was not a terrible deal, but if it was 5 sessions for $40, which is what a normal insured person would get, is a lot better.
Yeah, that's true. 200. That'd be $200 for the full sessions.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's just weird, man. It's just a weird situation. We went from being like, "Oh, I'm invincible," and 30 hits, and you're like, "Dude, I got neck pain. I can't. Come home from a wedding, feel like
yeah,
I'm about to die after 4 drinks."
but the thing is, a lot of it isn't necessarily. It's not necessarily like the age. I would say. I would say a lot of it has to do with like the maturity. Like, like we always say, like everything gets old. Same with drinking. Like drinking gets fucking old. Waking up hungover, like in college and stuff. Obviously, your body plays a little into that, but it's like, do you really want to be hungover the next day? Having to look after
For
a
you two
child.
kids. Yeah, you
Yeah.
too.
Now it's like, because you can't do that every night. Now it's like pick your poison. If it's a proper event, aka October 6th, even though I won't have kids the next
Yeah.
day. Like you take.
Yeah, I'm already planning October 7th not be the funnest
Oh yeah.
funnest time.
Yeah.
Probably puking in the morning.
Well, see,
That's fine though.
That's what I need to prepare for. Not me puking, but I know like when my family, like Seth, my other brother-in-law Devin, and my brother Matt, they all went to what was it, Priest Lake, and they were at somebody's house because Devin's parents have a place there, and all those dudes, like there were people like puked all over the house.
See,
And
I
that's
don't
what I need
understand.
to.
Yeah.
That's what I need to make sure it doesn't fucking happen. And I'm like me myself. I'm gonna be hammered, but I'm not gonna be like blacked out. Like I'm gonna act actually exactly how I did on Owen's first birthday, except I'm gonna have no responsibility. And I didn't puke or nothing. I just was hammered.
I don't get the I'm gonna knock on wood real quick. I don't get the uh pee bed or puke inside somewhere. Like I've never I don't know if I mean, and you've seen me. Like I don't. It's not like I'm going soft in the pain, but I've never got to the point where it's like I'm laying down somewhere, like on a couch, especially someone else's house, where you're
Yeah.
just like, right now is the moment. I can't hold this in anymore. I'm letting it out right here. Like most
Yeah,
of the time, you can
exactly.
get up, find a bathroom, or get outside.
Yeah, I think the only time that I've ever puked somewhere weird is my bachelor party where I was blacked out. I don't
See,
know
then
if
that-
I
yeah,
did,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I had like a little flashback of like me puking on their stairs. But I was the only time that I could say that I truly blacked out and woke up off the couch and been like, what in the fuck was that? Like, where am I? It was the most, it wasn't even a cool feeling. Like, I woke up thinking, like, holy shit, like, I could have got stabbed last night and,
Died.
then just been dead. Like, it's weird to say, but you wouldn't know you were fucking dead.
Yeah, you would just be dead.
I had zero control of the situation. I just had no control, and if I died, and when I, in my head, when I die, it's just all over. There's no, I wouldn't be looking down being like, fuck, I shouldn't have got blacked. It was just, you just basically, it's over.
You don't get back on the battle bus in your mind,
Yeah,
and
no.
reshoot down.
No, but I just felt, that's what I just felt like. I'm like, because I'm a guy, I like having like control of the situation. Like I feel uncomfortable just like letting our nanny like drive our kids to, school and shit, because like your kids are a pretty prized possession and you don't want somebody else fucking that up. Just like when I was talking yesterday, Seth was telling me they got this thing where he won this grand prize of being able to like have a seaplane fly him somewhere, and I'm like, fuck that. Like,
Yeah, I'm out on that.
planes like any situation where like you're like plane, like there's just, I always think like, okay, cars break down all the time, the engine breaks down. When you fucking happens in a plane, like especially like a single engine plane, like you have zero control of that situation. Like you are fucked, So I'm not afraid of flying or anything. I just don't think it's the smartest thing ever in the whole wide world. At least with like a passenger jet or whatever, a fucking a big one, like you actually there's multiple engines on it, so it'd have to be like catastrophic failure for shit to really fuck up, or some motherfucking terrorists, you know?
I always look at flying as if I can avoid it by any means, I'll do it unless it's like obviously like going to Utah. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to fly to that now. I can't drive with a kid anymore
Yeah.
here and there. But it's yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. Like, take myself out of that situation. Hell no, I'm not getting in a small plane. Like,
Yeah,
I'm out.
like every single like intersection I go through, and it sounds like it's like tedious, but I'm so used to it that it just comes natural. Like I don't care if it's a fucking four-way stop, a light. Before I fucking go through that intersection, because I don't trust people, I'm looking in every single direction and monitoring, because that's not how I'm gonna go out. I'm not going out with some fucking idiot
T-boning you and then
blowing through a red light and killing me. Like I ain't gonna let it happen. And some people say it's like over the top to like think like that, but it's not, because you know how many people die every single year of some fucking moron, not even drunk or anything. Like there's people that just don't pay attention and they blast. I've been with Rachel when she there was a red light in Ellensburg, and she just was like she was going the speed limit, and this is right when we first started dating, and I could tell she wasn't gonna stop, and I'm like, Rachel, and even when I said Rachel, she's like what, and I'm just like, Rachel, and fucking slammed on her brake at a
there's
red light.
red.
Yeah, so it's
Red means stop.
yeah, so it's I ain't letting somebody take me out. And that's how you should. That's how you should think. You should always be watching your own back in life, because that's like the worst thing. Whenever there's like, you hear somebody. I always hear news now that I'm 30. Lots of people it's happened to.
I'm gonna run her downstairs real quick. So you got the solo show for a sec.
Okay, no, it's fine. Take your time. So I always think like, hey girlfriend. I always think, let's put it this way: when I hear somebody died, my first thought is, I hope it was their fault that they died. Now that sounds a little fucked up, but it's really not. Like, why would you, like, why, if somebody goes out, like, it's way worse from something that they could change, such as like, they could have been more alert. Even if it was somebody else's fault, they could have been more alert at that intersection and making sure that nobody's gonna fucking blast through that thing going 90 miles an hour and blast into you. So there's things you can control when it comes to being killed by somebody else. If that makes sense to you. But when it's like, and so it's always a little more sad. But when you're like, oh, how'd he die? And they're like, oh, he chose to do heroin and he overdosed. I'm like, okay, well that's good. Like at least it was on his terms and nobody else's. But just like one of my good buddies' dad, he just died in a motorcycle accident because somebody on drugs hit them, and it's fucking sad. But if he would have died, going 90 in the opposite direction, it's like, well, fuck it. Like he went out on his own terms. Like hopefully he didn't hurt anybody. That's kind of how I look at things, and it's always it's just worse that to have when somebody dies and it wasn't on their terms. Like if you would have put yourself out with some suicide, like that's on your fucking terms, like, and nobody else is responsible, So
speaking of 90 going the wrong way, dude, Snoqualmie Pass, you drive it all the time. I'm at like the peak before it gets to like where the people snowboard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm driving, I'm going around, and it's heavy rain. And all of a sudden I'm like, what? Am I seeing things? And this Jetta was going down the hill, down the pass, in the shoulder, like down the shoulder, and I'm on the far left lane, so it's like a 4-lane road for people listening. And semis normally are in the far right and everything, and I'm like, I try not to get too far over because it's pretty busy, and I don't want to like cut into somebody's lane out of nowhere in the rain.
Yeah,
I kind of like let this car just zoom past me in the shoulder, and then I wanted to look back and see, but like you obviously can't when you're going 80 up the other way.
Yeah.
But in my head was like, where in the hell? The exit going down there would have been another like 6 miles.
Yeah.
I want to know what that guy was thinking.
At least he was on his shoulder. But when I was on I-5 one time, we were coming back from Yelm, my brother and sister's, well, brother-in-law, sister's house. Same exact thing. It was at nighttime. And I'm just driving, just casually. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I like you almost like don't know what to do because it's so like rare that you see something like that. Because a headlight was coming right at me. I'm like, oh my god, like
You almost think you're doing something wrong, but you're like, wait, what am I doing different? I'm
yeah,
driving.
yeah. You're kind of like, damn, what is going? Like it just like really confuses you. And so yeah, I ended up like, pulling over. But this person was going right down like the left lane, probably hammered. But it just kind of like threw me off, and like they could have been going 100 miles an hour and smashed right into it. Like it would have happened so fast.
I hate those not intersections, the on and off ramps, like the zipper ones, where you kind of have to like if you get off at the wrong spot, then you're like going the other direction. So I'm always afraid when I get off on one of them, some idiot got the other has been going the other way, because you don't see around that blind corner. So
Yeah,
sometimes even when I take it, I'm like, please today not be the day that somebody's gone the wrong way, because you don't realize it says wrong way until you're on that road.
yeah, yeah. So basically, the point is to all you drivers, young drivers, future drivers, don't fucking trust nobody. Like, don't trust anybody on the road. Even when somebody like pulling out of my neighborhood, the speed limit out in front is like 45, 50 miles an hour. Even if they have their fucking turn signal on to turn in my neighborhood when I'm pulling
Yeah.
out, like I ain't trusting them. Like
Yeah, I do the same thing as you.
and just because that was Jimmy that said so tomorrow.
I'm gonna drop them the link.
No, don't. We got a good flow going. So to all you drive, just don't fucking trust anybody. Don't just because somebody has their turn signal on doesn't mean shit. Just because there's a stop sign doesn't mean shit. And I would say like it's not necessarily always say somebody blows through a stop sign. Like people fucking make mistakes. Like people aren't robots. They're not perfect. And so a lot of times like when somebody like makes a mistake and they don't have their turn or they accidentally pull out in front of me, Rachel's just like fucking honk your horn, and I'm like, I mean, I sit there and I'm like, well, I can see like how that was an honest mistake, like they're not trying to be a dick, they're just driving and made a mistake. Like we make mistakes in every single aspect of life.
That's what my point was going to be, is there's so many times that you make a mistake and driving is just another instance of it.
Yeah, and it's complete like it sucks because sometimes somebody makes a mistake by not seeing a stop sign and they kill somebody. And my point is like don't be that fucking person that allows somebody to make a mistake and kill yourself. That's why I'm fucking eyes peeled all the time, like triple fucking quad checking shit. Like I ain't letting somebody kill me or my family because of a stupid fucking mistake. Like oh, like let's take like Seattle for instance. Like you know how many lights and shit there and so much shit's going on when you're driving through the city. Like even just like random lanes that are just like lanes you've never like maneuvered through or even like seen before. Like just different like typically like outside of like the city type stuff, it's all somewhat similar, all like lanes and intersections pretty much, you pretty much seen it all. But in Seattle,
dude, it's like dropping. I mean, you could take the most experienced driver from even just in our state and drop them in the middle of Seattle in rush hour and be like, good luck, and they would get done in 30 minutes and be like, that sucked.
Yeah, I mean and it's
just different.
Yeah, so just keep your fucking eyes peeled. Don't let somebody ruin your life or your family's life. And that's Daddy's lesson of the day.
Daddy. Hey, I had a good transition.
Did Jimmy play in that skirmish thing?
Not this one. So I'm not 100% can or know what's going on. He's on the team. There's 500 people total, 5 teams of 100. But they all don't play every week. But every week they do things as a team of 100 to gain like points. So it's like a layer of a layer. So Jimmy like wasn't in this last one because it was only the top 20 like players on his team were in it.
That shit
paired up as duos.
Gay.
Yeah, so it was confusing, but it kind of makes sense now that he explained it, and then I saw that he wasn't in it and why.
Well, because he asked us to hang out in his shit and watch him, didn't he?
Yeah, but then he ended up, I don't think even he understood it when we recorded the show on Friday, and then he learned more on it recently, obviously when it happened.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. So don't quote me on being an expert on that. One thing I do want to talk about being an expert, about 40, 50 shows ago, we talked about the best thing that you can make that's like basic, but like you go up against one guy, like you would be like, I can cook a better steak than, 99% of the people, right? Like you're a weird food that you can just do.
Yeah.
I got a new one, dude. I am a pro when it comes to freaking tacos. I don't know what happened, but now my tacos come out, and every time I make them, everyone's like, "Man, these are freaking good tacos."
Like with
Most
like
basic
pork
thing,
and
man.
stuff, or like actual like beef.
Anything, man. I've done chicken. I've done the beef ones are easy because you just put it in the pan and let it go. But I don't know what happened to me, man. I'm just a taco guy now.
Huh. Interesting. I
So put
mean,
that in the stat book. Whoever keeps our
I
stat
kind of
book.
put tacos. I mean, I feel like a taco is only as good as what you put on it. Like a
Yeah,
taco with
that's
just
true.
the meat necessarily isn't like, no matter how good the meat is, I don't know if you could say, at least in my opinion, I don't know how good it would be with just the meat, which actually, you put the most into, or is it, the onions, the sauce, like,
Yeah, what
are
maybe
you talking
I'm
about the whole combination, or the meat
not
that you're
obviously the
meating
meat
is
probably.
just, but did you do anything different? Do you just cook it and throw taco seasoning in it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's like the most basic thing. You remember we were talking
Huh.
about like how Jimmy was like, I do the best eggs. And I was like, the most basic thing I can make is tacos, but I do it really well now.
He said he makes the best eggs.
You remember it was something really weird where you were like, "Whoa, that's dumb."
Huh.
And
Yeah, I'm
then you
not
said
gonna.
steak.
I mean, tacos are definitely more difficult than eggs.
Yeah,
I
oh
mean,
yeah,
eggs,
yeah.
same thing. I mean, I guess
But
there
you're
is.
right though, because I mean, I don't even cut. I buy shredded lettuce. Not like I cut my own lettuce. Like I ain't
Yeah,
a terrorist.
yeah. So
Sorry, ISIS.
yeah, so it's basically whatever goes into it. But
Yeah, maybe I'm
um,
a skill chef higher than that bum who created his own roll up dish the other day on Twitter.
oh, did you see that?
Yeah, he invented it. He said.
Well, did he say he did?
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Well, he was.
Unless I'm
So let's catch people up. I'm gonna pull it up right here. So
I'm pretty sure because I was sitting somewhere being like, wait, is Jimmy saying he invented a steak roll up?
yeah, so Jimmy, we're not gonna talk about them not being on the show. It's fucking beating a dead slut. But
Nice. I mean, not
so
nice.
Jimmy, 21 hours ago, with the description saying "Help me name this!" exclamation exclamation, and then in the video he literally says it 14 times. We need a name for this. Help me name this. Help me name this. And you would typically say something like, right now, I'm in the process of, I've invented a product, and I've talked about it a little bit. And I literally, and it's a difficult part is to name it. But if you're saying, like, what should I name this? I'm assuming he's thinking that he invented it. So basically, what he invented was, actually, what he videoed himself making was he just put looks like some vegetables, some potatoes, and some pieces of steak into a tinfoil wrapped up. So it's kind of like a Hot Pocket. So basically, you put it on the grill and it steams itself and cooks itself. And when we were in Yellowstone, Rachel made the same exact thing with chicken, rice,
I've
vegetables.
had it with shrimp
It's
13
nothing
times.
fucking new. All it is a tinfoil pocket that steams the
It's,
meat and potatoes and stuff that are in it. It's really good because all the flavors come together. But this motherfucker is out here talking like he straight invented it, like it's never been done before.
there's right here. There's 30 delicious tinfoil dinners on
Here,
foodnetwork.com.
1 sec. Let me answer this call. Oh, hello.
Hello, hi. Sir, my name is Joseph Benz from SiriusXM Radio, and this is Kyle.
Can you call me back later?
Sir, I apologize, sir. We're watching the bad time. By the way, sir, if you don't mind, may I have at least 1 minute of your time?
I can't right now. Is my payment up to date?
So, yes, sir, because the balance remains unpaid until now. And by the way, sir, this call may be recorded for quality assurance.
Oh, okay. I can't talk right now. I'm at work.
Oh, I apologize, sir. We're watching the bad time. But if you don't mind, sir, would you like to continue the service on the Ford F-350?
Yes, I would. I would love to.
Alright, that's great. However, sir, right now, we're needing to clear balance because the balance remains unpaid until now.
Say you
And
can't
the
talk
funds
again.
already in the
Say you can't
bank
talk
1
again.
month ago.
Y-
So we would like to work with you to settle the balance to avoid penalty charge and service interruption.
Okay. Just charge me whatever you got to charge me.
Alright, just kindly hold on. Let me process the account. And by the way, sir, are you still residing on Southeast 275
Oh, hey.
Ravensdale, Washington?
Yeah,
blocked
yeah, yeah. I'm at work and I'm driving a tractor and I just ran over a seagull.
Okay. Sir, I would like to inform you your balance only $24.90, includes fees and taxes.
Charge it.
You will be
Ask him if
you will
Howard
be
Stern
using
is
a
still on the
credit card
network.
or debit card.
You have my card on file, correct?
We have the Visa card ending 3692.
Oh, jeez. Ah, la, 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 la.
Charge it.
However, sir, this card did not go through on our system.
Well, I'm at work, so I don't have my my card on me. I mean, the card works, but I'll have to talk to you later. I just ran over a orphan seal now.
See if he'll put Howard
If you
Stern
don't
on.
mind, sir, we have the expiration date on this card because we have only the last 4 numbers, and the rest are encrypted for security purposes.
Okay, I'm at work. Can you call me back?
Actually, sir, no, because we're giving you one-time courtesy call to clear the balance, or else you will be incurred late charge and service interruption.
Say it again.
All right. Well, I'll just cancel my service until I call back later.
Right. So, sir, once your service interruption,
Say you're at work
if
again.
you want to go back again on our service, there will be $15 reactivation fee. Because right now your account is about to interrupt, and there will be penalty charge on the top of the bill. I apologize, sir. I'm just only doing my job to help you.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, it's just 140, and I'm working. I would love to pay and you know get it figured out, but I'm at work. I don't have my wallet on me. I love your service. I mean, I just literally right now I'm sitting in a tractor. My truck is about 14 miles away with my wallet inside of it.
Yeah, I understand, sir. I apologize, sir. We caught you in the bad time. And keep driving and safe driving. But if you don't mind, sir, if there's any possible way that, do you still remember your old card information so we can process?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Off the top of my head,
well,
I don't
so
think-
my coworker's right here. I mean, should I just use his card to get this done and over with?
Yeah, for just one-time charge.
Tell him I want to talk to Howard Stern first.
So it's cool if I just get his card. You're gonna throw that in, and we're good to go.
Yeah. So I can able to put you on hold for just 5 to 10 minutes.
I mean, that seems a little reckless that you're just like okay with me getting some random dude's card to put on my account.
No, sir, because we will be charged your card now for just one-time charge. So for the next billing cycle,
I'm not that desperate though. I'm not desperate enough to just ask my buddy for $20 to when I said I to like maybe give me a call in like an hour and then we can get it settled. I literally just don't have my wallet like at this exact moment.
to be honest, sir, I would like to call you back. However, our system cannot generate it to call you back because this is system-generated call. And I apologize for that, sir. I'm very sorry. And I'm just trying to save you, Mr. Clark.
Thank you, dude.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, man. But I'm gonna have to kindly decline, and I will call back later and get this settled when I'm have my wallet. I'm not at work, and I'm not on a bulldozer.
But if you don't mind, Carl, do you receive an invoice about this matter to your address and file in 31620 Ravensby, Hale, Washington, 98051?
Yes, this is where I live. I'm not there right now,
And
though.
also we have your email address, which is your K.
Tell them that you just
Yeah.
got robbed. Tell them that your
yahoo.com.
Yeah, how about that?
recently got
Shoot
robbed.
me an email, and then I will give me the login, and I'll pay that when I'm not at my full-time job.
Oh, actually, sir, you cannot do this online because.
Well, why do you guys make it so inconvenient for people to get this done? I mean, I would love to do it right now, but I'm working. I don't have my wallet. I'm not gonna borrow my friend's card because that would be weird to him. Like, hey, buddy, let me pay this Sirius satellite thing real quick. Why would he do that? I mean, I know it's your job to call and hound on people, but I'm trying to tell you, like, I'm at my job. Like, I'm working right now.
So, in that case, sir, I put a proper notation about that you're requesting a callback. However, sir, please set your expectation that there will be a $5 penalty charge on the top of the bill. I don't want you to incur any penalty charge because we love our customer.
Hey,
We are
charge the
near
$5,
our customer.
man. I literally cannot do anything. Charge the $5, and I'll get it settled here when I'm off work. Like,
I understand. If you don't mind, Kyle, how many minutes that you can arrive to your destination? We can stay on the line for you.
what?
Say 2 hours. 2 hours.
I'm at work. It's a 9 to 5, and it's 1:45.
Yeah. So there's no chance that you can pay the balance right now, Kyle?
Well, first off, I'm confused. If it's a monthly payment, and you're saying my card wasn't working.
Actually, sir, we already sent you a bill about this matter to your mailing address and file, and until now, the balance remains unpaid. Actually, your card information is not stored on our system. It will be deleted on our system.
Oh, so it's just expired in your
Because
system. So you gave me a full month of service after you allowed because my card isn't expired. My card works. So but you still the service kept going after the card expired in your system. That seems like a terrible move.
Because sir, with or without payment, your service will continue to automatically renew. And,
So basically, you just want me to confirm. So basically, the initial service that I signed up for, you basically just wanted me to. So that deal that I got probably ended, and so this is just kind of like the backdoor way of me confirming that I want to continue the service. That's basically what you're asking because my card didn't expire.
SiriusXM Radio bought Pandora today for $3.5 billion.
I mean, I want to continue the service, but like I said, I'm at work. I don't have my wallet. I don't have a card.
Actually, upon shows the account, Kyle, you made a payment before under promotional deal you got before, which is $162.28 for 12 months. And right now, you're under premium package, which is all access plan with internet radio. That would be $24.90 for 1 month billing term.
So you're just asking me to extend my service while taking this approach that my card expired, making me look like a dick.
Oh, this is great.
You know, I'm sitting here in front of 3,000 people listening, and they're like, "Wow, what a cheap ass mofo! He let his card expire." When really it's just you asking to extend my deal in kind of like a backwards way. You know, kind of making me feel guilty and tricking me into extending my deal.
Actually, sir, your card in file was not expired because we charged your card before for just one-time charge. That's why we are not allowed.
Yeah.
But this is not what you said. You said I have a pending balance because my card expired. My card didn't expire. It expired in your system through the promotion deal. And that's what I'm saying. I love your guys' service. Like I said, I'm going to sign up as fast as I can. I listen to your service every single day. But you're tricking me and I'm working. Like I literally am working at this exact moment. And you're trying to trick me into extending the service that I don't need to be tricked into doing because I want to extend the service. You see the problem here?
As I mentioned, Kyle, that their service was automatically renewed on August 27, 2018. So that's why you have a balance on the account since the service renewed. And the $24.90 included the $2 invoice administration fee. Supposed to be your
The expiration fee.
$22
What? There's a fee when your shit expires? Fuck this. Fuck that guy, man.
Dude, they must be hounding people for money. They just spent $3.5 billion on Pandora.
Christ. That was what the fuck was that? That turned into. I mean, I don't know if it was fun to listen to, but what in the fuck kind of service is that?
I just couldn't.
Did he say an expiration fee? What the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah. Well, what was weird is he went over the top with the. He must be getting like every time he re-signs somebody up, he gets his little spiff or whatnot. Because when you were like, "I'll take my buddy's card," he was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, he was instantly like, "Oh yeah, just do that." Like, I don't even know if that was Sirius. What is it? Sirius Radio. Wow, that was some interesting stuff actually. Because what the fuck don't they get? So let's backtrack.
Let's peel this onion back for
100%. My card is not expired.
Okay, let's start
Whatever
there.
card that they have on file, so it's not expired. So that's when I'm kind of like, this is a little sketchy. Basically, what ended up. So basically, what happened? It had to have been August when I re-signed up for Sirius because I was driving over to Ellensburg and Tiger was. So basically, Tiger was in the running for one of the golf tournaments, and you could only listen to it on Sirius Radio,
Golf Channel, whatever. Yeah.
So I called them on my way to Ellensburg and activated my Sirius satellite radio just so I could listen to the PGA network. So that was in August. And so basically what happened was that I told them charge, like there's some promotion, 3 months, whatever. I don't know what the fuck it was. I said, just charge and go for it. I just want it. And so that promotion must have ended, but there must be some legal ramifications that, that I didn't sign that said, just keep, cause it was only like a couple month thing. And
yeah.
So like,
a rebill,
so
rebill
like
fee.
there's basically he just fucking lied. Because the very first thing he said, yeah, your card's expired and you have a pending balance. But what year
So
are they living in? You can't do this shit online?
Well, hold on. I don't think what he just did was legal, right? Let's take it back from another scope here. Okay. Let's use we need a better example. Let's use your cable. Cable is the example we're going to use here, right? If you have Comcast and you sign up, let's just say it's 3 months, and you pay $10 a month. So you're paying $30. And then you have to either redo it or whatever. If they give you a 4th month for free, you're going to use that and be like, haha, bitches. But they can't call you after that and say, hey, buddy, like your card doesn't work here. You owe us money. They would have to say, hey, buddy, like, do you want to continue your service? Not your card is expired.
Yeah.
That's so illegal. That has to be illegal.
Yeah. So the weird thing with this is so basically I believe Sirius Satellite, you don't pay at the end of your 30 days, you pay at the beginning. You get what you pay for. So if I pay for 3 months, I don't pay for that at the end of 3 months. I pay for it at the fucking beginning. And so what he basically just tried to say is your service is up, but then you had your service for another 30 days and that's what we're charged. He almost like made it seem like, like it was like a collections type thing where like, why the fuck would you give somebody service and, like if you don't pay your Comcast bill, like your shit gets shut off,
Not at exactly. That's
I mean, if I have a 2-year I mean, actually, even just like the 2-year contracts, like if you don't say anything, the contract just keeps going,
But that's there's a different line, and I think what he did is he took that line, which was, hey, I'm gonna try and get this guy to renew his service because he probably gets some kind of commission if he gets accounts under service at that time, and he misled you to think that you had a balance on there and
exactly that's what they were trying to do. And then then it probably folds into like his card's on file now. Then his next question would be like, we got to do, you want to do the 6 month or a 12-month plan, which I
for
love
sure.
Sirius Satellite Radio or whatever the fuck it is. I love it. But now, and then you might be listening at home and be like, well, don't get mad at that guy. Like, I'm not the type of dude that gets mad at a customer service guy. That wasn't a customer service guy. I didn't call him.
No, that guy was trained.
He was trained to
sales,
fucking get somebody's payment into their system to continue their service. And,
for sure.
And that's basically how, like a car salesman, right? That was the car salesman tactic. Like, when you go to a car lot, the goal of that, I mean, depending on the car lot, but most car lots, the goal of that car lot is they know that if you leave that fucking lot, there's like a 70 or 80% less chance that you're actually going to buy a car from them. So they fucking do everything to like get you to not leave that lot. When me and Rachel were shopping for Tahoes, we went to a place down in Puyallup, a Chevy place, and when you have a trade-in, which was Colby's Jeep that we were thinking about trading in, when they want to analyze that and see what, they say, can we get the keys for that? We're going to give you, we're going to fucking, whatever, analyze it to see how much the trade-in's worth. They're not taking the keys because they're actually analyzing it. They're taking the keys because you're inside and you cannot leave if you don't have those keys. So you start saying like, you start saying like, oh, I got to go. And they're like, okay, well, we're almost done with the processing, the possible trade-in to get a value for you. But they're really just doing that because they know that if you don't have your keys, you're obviously not going to go. Like, we got to a point with these guys where like, give us our fucking keys. We're not deciding today, now. Like, and it always makes it awkward. If it was like a comfortable sale where I felt comfortable with them, I would probably came back to them and bought. But they were fucking douchebags. And that guy, even though he was probably trained to do that stuff, but it's like, I just told you, man. I just told you I'm fucking at work, even though I wasn't, driving a bulldozer. And he continued.
Well, he skipped over it. He skipped over it in his script.
Does he not see the safety precautions that he should be following? Like, you're fucking sitting here not letting me off the phone, and possibly distracting me, No,
I think we're clear and we're on the same page when it comes to customer service. Like, if you have an issue, like you buy a pay-per-view and Xfinity, it's not working, and you call customer support, that lady you're talking to, yeah, she's not even a tech person. She's just like, I'm here to help you. Like, I'm sorry, and you can't get mad at that person. But if you call Xfinity over like a billing thing, and then someone tries to sell you, like what happened to Lita when they tried to sell her, like, well, why don't you just upgrade your package? And she's like, you're not listening. Like, you're overcharging us. Like, we don't want this stuff. Why would I buy more stuff?
Yeah.
And then they like go through their script of, well, you could also boost this if you added a home phone line, to where my wife, who's not the nicest person when she gets aggravated, just was like, who the fuck uses a home line nowadays? Like, get me on the phone with your manager.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what was just happening to that guy. I called his bullshit. He literally told me my card expired. And then he said, your card expired in our system. Meaning the promotion I signed up for, the promotion that I signed up for expired because it was only like a 3-month promotion. And I think it actually expired in August. So it was a while. It was like 3 months before that. But the way he worded it, I have no fucking problem with paying $25 a month for Sirius Satellite Radio. It is amazing. And you get the same stations everywhere.
And you use it. It's something that you use.
Yeah. But whatever the fuck that guy was doing, he could have just told me straight up, dude, we want you to keep signing up for Sirius Satellite Radio. Your promotion ended, and we want to know if you want to continue services. But no, he took some wild-ass bullshit approach. Like, so basically, let's just say my service ended in August, right? They let me go all of September with free, and that's probably their business plan. We make it look like they just got this a month for free, and then we go after people and say like, oh, you got what the fuck? What do you say? $5 what?
Cancellation fee or getting off the phone, basically.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that I didn't get, right, and again, I'm a pretty good sales dude. Like, I know the ins and outs of why you have to say certain things. But where he lost me in this conversation is when you were like, can I give you a call back in 2 hours?
Yeah,
when
and
I
he
have
said
my
no.
stuff. And he was
And I
said
said,
no.
call me back in 2 hours. And he said,
said,
we don't
no.
have that in our system. Well, fuck your system. What are you living
Because
in?
it's a dialer. It's a dialer. So
Yeah.
basically, when he said that, that's when I realized, okay, something's not right with this dude. Because a normal salesperson, if it was me trying to sell you something, let's say I was trying to sell you a house, and you were like, hey, dude, I'm at work right now. Can I give you a call, or can you call me back in
Yeah,
2
he
hours?
did not respect that
Oh,
at
dude,
all.
yeah, I'm so sorry, man. Like, yeah, give me a call, or I'll reach out to you later tonight. And like, as a salesperson, you don't want to overstep your boundaries on something so little as someone's personal space. You want to wait,
Yeah,
make that
exactly.
person feel comfortable. You're trying to get them to feel comfortable to give you valuable information, which is their card information.
Yeah.
You even said you loved the service, and he still pushed you away.
I know. I mean, I wish that like my truck was, established was it's basically, I believe you can only get SiriusXM, just because it's part of the Ford deal. But like part of me just wants to say just fuck you and not get it, which I know they don't care. It's crazy.
That's why I don't have cable right
Isn't
now.
it insane? Like,
That's
listen to this.
literally why I don't have cable.
Listen to this shit, right? So normal radio, like 710 Cairo and stuff, it's all like over the air and free, It's insane to me, like, because even on, and we talked about this before with like Xfinity. So I pay for this fucking service that's over the air. It's literally floating in the fucking air. And I paid $25 a month or whatever the fuck it was, right? I'm pretty sure it's $25 a month.
I believe that's what he said, yeah.
And I'm still being served ads on those networks. Like, I'm still getting fucking 60-second ads and radio ads like any other radio, It's like, so I'm paying, what the fuck am I paying for? Same with TV.
We
like
talked
the
about that with
huge
TV.
percentage of commercials, yet I'm fucking paying for that service. Like, the only people that don't fuck you over like that is like mobile apps. They say, hey, you pay for this, you ain't get shit for ads. You get this app for free, you're gonna get hit with ads. But it's like they kill you on both. Like, you're getting hit with all these ads, but you're paying. Now, I understand the Comcast approach because you actually need a device and everything.
Yeah.
In
That's
my
different.
truck, I don't know what the fuck's in it, but I paid for the whole truck. So it's already, whatever is in it is fucking mine. And it doesn't cost them a fucking cent for me to snag that over the air, satellite signal. It's getting served everywhere around me anyway on my own fucking equipment. It's one thing if I owned all like my Comcast stuff, which I don't. That's basically what your payment is even though it shouldn't be, but you're basically just paying for the equipment. But this, I already own the equipment. And why the fuck do I have to sit here and pay for this service and listen to ads all day,
Well, yeah, it's like Dish, right? Like, the reason why Dish was so expensive growing up is because if you didn't want Dish and there was no cable, like, you wouldn't have anything. But Dish was like, oh, I'm gonna put a satellite on your roof. You're gonna pay me for it until it's paid off, technically.
Yeah, exactly.
But your service never really ends. Like, people who lived here before me, there's a Dish out there still. I've never used Dish.
Yeah.
Literally sitting out that window right now.
Yeah.
The other one that gets me is Hulu. Like, Hulu, right? We pay $6.99, $7.99, whatever it is for Hulu, and I have to watch 4 damn ads when I'm watching Homeland.
Exactly.
Why the premium channel? Showtime is a premium channel, and I'm paying $7.99, and I'm watching Homeland, and all of a sudden it's either apart, and then it's like, we're gonna get you 4 ads. And you know what else sucks about Hulu? I have the fastest internet I can get in my area, and for some reason the Hulu ads always buffer and screw up, so you have to go back. And most of the time you have to fast
Hulu.
forward.
That's your problem.
Yeah, well, they got Homeland on there, and I was watching that.
But just think, like, at least Comcast, like, there's a direct wire into my house from their fucking locations. Like, it's not over the
That's
air.
what you're paying
like
for.
Sirius, like Sirius is over the air in a device that I paid for with my truck, and it doesn't cost them a damn dime to hook that service up to me. Like, it's not like for Comcast to wire all their shit around here, it definitely wasn't no fucking $20. It was probably hundreds of thousands of dollars just for like my neighborhood and get to me and all that new service stuff. But like, these motherfuckers are straight over the air, still serving you ads. But still, I enjoy their service. but that guy was a cunt, and that was a cunt move that
That was a really shady move.
yeah, that was a cunt move that they're taught to do by Sirius. You know, I don't know how it worked, but he got me on the line. That was the first thing, and his only goal was to not let me off the line without paying for more service. Fuck you, Sirius Satellite Radio.
Yeah, that guy was a
It was
scumbag.
Sirius Satellite Radio, right? That's what I have.
I don't know. That's what we're going on with.
Nah.
That's like, well, so like when the MLM stuff and like outside sales, living in Utah, you see it a lot, and it's like you can't even be like friendly to a lot of people nowadays who seem friendly to you when you're there. Like I don't live there anymore, but like there's always like an underlining like thing. Like the guy's like, oh, we should get food sometime. You're like, oh, okay, sounds good. And you show up there and he's like, oh, let me get it for you. You're like, okay, like I could have got this $9, Chipotle burrito. So you sit down and you're eating. He's like, oh, what do you
have
do?
to listen to him at that point.
Yeah, and then it's like the weird thing always is the pressure that it gets applied from certain things that isn't like even the sales part. So like the pressure to now feel like you have to listen to this guy because he bought your food.
Exactly.
Or the pressure to maybe I should hear him out and go watch this video because he bought my food. But it's like it's weird when you look at it from now, the outside looking back at it, like, man, I was so like oblivious when these, this dude shows up in a $45,000, BMW, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll get your $9 plate for you.
Yeah, you think they're just being cool. Like, and then, so I've told you the story about, we went to Top Golf. Me and Rachel were in Vegas.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I saw a dude with the Seahawks hat right next to us in line. I'm like, you guys from Seattle? We ended up talking. Like, they were super cool. Like, and then we said, fuck it, let's just get a golf booth together. And then threw me off a little. And then he threw this line out like, hey, I'll get your guys' golf if you just hear me out on this. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And then it's just like all the other, like, oh, well, when they were cool earlier, now I bet you 100%, because he was basically selling a wine MLM. And, the whole time, in his crosshairs, he's just like, oh, I'm going to be cool with this guy, And then he ended up.
That's the thing that sucks is now you think he's a fake person to you.
Yeah, because now, so like we were sitting at this booth and he's like, what's your Facebook? I'll add you right now so I can send you some videos. Do you think I'm going to say no? Like we've had like a good time. I'm not going to say like, no, dude, like make it awkward. So I add him on Facebook. When I get back, sent me literally like 15 videos.
That's the prospecting part of it. And something along the lines of, hey, Kyle, I had a great time. And you said you'd let me share this opportunity with you. Check this out. Something like that.
I should just make a video just like going back, like, dude, sorry, it's been a while. Like, I'm interested in checking out this wine business and just like completely like, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to get started. Like, what do I need to do? And then when he sends me that first link, that's like, $250, we can get you rolling. I'm like, I gotta pay to fucking get people to buy wine. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah, the go-to line. Oh, I don't want to say it wrong. The go-to line basically is
become your own boss. Babe.
Oh, that's one too. But the main one is like something along the lines of, if you can take something that you enjoy that other people enjoy and get paid from it, would you be interested? Like, well, yeah, like, duh, who wouldn't? Like, that's like me being like, hey, I can make your life good, better, or the best. Like, what do you want? Well, the best. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I got him. But now he's hooked, and then it's good.
I've been back on the MLM subreddit, like the.
I need to get on that one. What's it called again?
Anti-MLM. So it's just all like it's basically what Facebook for a lot of women is like MLM central, like these fucking essential oils unique makeup. Like, it's all, some of the products probably aren't terrible, but it's just the sales tactics with everything. It's like just pure predatory behavior. Like,
that's the problem. You could have the best product in the world, but you get lumped into what has become this community of MLM, which is, we're having a conversation about it, and almost everybody listening, if they haven't, will encounter somebody who gives it a bad name. You know what I mean? Like, you could have the best product in the world that actually does help people, but because you're based into a, what basically ends up being a pyramid scheme is, I don't trust you. I don't trust your product. I worked for one of them where they made juice for $4.50 and sold it for $60 and said everything besides that it cures cancer. Like, that's not a joke.
No, and it's crazy. Like, if I had like an issue with one of my children's health or something like that, and somebody and a lot of them on this is like people that have a serious complication, and somehow somebody finds out on Facebook. They'll send them a message and be like, hey, have you tried essential oil for your kids STD or fucking HIV? Like, have you tried that? And they're literally fucking insane. Like,
the thing is too though is Kyle, you could go right now on Amazon and you could go buy lavender oil or whatever it is on Amazon and go get something for $9, then not 34, where you're getting auto shipped and product shipped to your house and get the pamphlet and be your own boss. And it's just crazy.
Yeah. And it's people. Yeah. I mean, obviously pyramid schemes work for the people up top, but it's just crazy that people, like, sometimes they disguise them better than others. But like, I remember Jared's wife, Lauren, and like, she was 100,000% convinced a few years back that she was going to get a Mercedes.
BMW? Oh, close.
No, it was a Lexus. It was a Lexus. Sorry. And her main idea, or like confirm that theory, is because her friend, like the person that she was under, got a Lexus, and like.
But those are also fake news. So for those people who have ever been hit with it, what if, let's say Kyle was above me, right? And he had the BMW and he got the car allowance. What's in the fine print here is Kyle has to have, let's say, 100 people under him all qualified. If he ever drops below 100 people qualified, guess who's paying for that car payment?
You are.
Kyle. Yeah. So you got, quote unquote, a BMW, which is them going and saying, hey, this one qualifies. We'll pay $349 towards it a month, right? You have to cover your own down payment most of the time. So now you have $349 of car allowance coming in. But this just in, these MLMs don't last 2 years. You probably signed a 2-year lease on this car.
Oh, probably longer than that.
And at some point, your pyramid is going to crumble, and you're stuck paying, $349 or more, whatever it is, for this BMW. But hey, all the people that you told about the opportunity got to see you roll up in that nice little Beamer.
But isn't that crazy how like people get? I mean, I 100%. I would say that I've done like this shit too. Like, maybe not in my more mature years, but like just by somebody saying like, oh, look at, like, that's how they convince people, like, oh, look, I got a Lexus from doing it. Like, here, now you can go do it. But it's funny, like, you have to like it's not like I got a Civic from doing it. It's like a fucking nice Lexus, it's like that should just be the first red flag, that you're having to, like, this company's gonna give you a fucking Lexus as like it sounds cool. Like, if it was a normal job and like, you're employee of the month and you're like, hey, you get to drive the boss's Lexus, that's a little different. But it's like they are literally getting, like, trying to motivate you, to get this fucking a Lexus, out of all things. Like, a Lexus ain't gonna pay your fucking bills. They basically, and then they're trained to like flaunt their checks and stuff like that. It's exactly like I mean, even like the people that sell stuff on like how to sell on Amazon, how to sell on Shopify. They don't just fucking straight tell you. Like, they have to show you.
Go to a webinar. You have to watch a video.
It takes an amateur Photoshop person to make that $2,500 check look like it's $25,000.
I could do that in 30 seconds.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Photoshop.
And it's like, and people don't stop to think, like, why doesn't this just, if he knows so much, why isn't he just selling on his own?
Boom. That right there is what my dad told me, and then why I've never even thought about sniffing another MLM again, or online, how to make money online. Because when I was like coming up, I graduated with a web design degree, but you don't just go knock on some door and be like, hey, you need a web designer.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird, like, if I could go back, I would have focused more on more networking and stuff like that. Cause that was an IT, like, you can go get a degree as networking, but like advertising and making a website wasn't really a profession. So I started looking up and finding ways to like how to make money online marketing and stuff. And I remember I had like probably $200 to my name, and this guy named Jeremy Shoe Money, his course was $97, and he had all the Google AdSense secrets, yada, yada, yada. And I watched like 7 of the videos, and I was like, oh, this is the guy. Like, I'm going all in on this guy, So I pay $97 plus 50 on something else. So now I got $50 to my name. first thing I do when I get into this guy's course is he's like, hey, you want to be a partner, Martner? Pay $447. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean partner? Like, I just gave you almost all of my money.
Yeah.
And that's what my dad told me. Like, this is a lesson you're going to have to learn. And it sucks. But if something seems too good to be true and someone is selling it to you, it's too good, because why would they not just do it themselves?
Yeah.
Like, you are their
why
business.
would you tell somebody all your secrets? It's not, I mean, let's think smaller type business, but like, why would, I'm trying to think of a good example, but like, okay, let's just say like, why would
Use
Apple,
a pizza place. Use a pizza place.
why would a pizza place tell somebody all their sales tactics, all their marketing tactics, all their everything, for somebody to completely mimic it and create its own competition? Because,
yep, there you go.
Because their fucking business sucks. And the way they're making money is by selling their secrets.
Yeah, you are their business. It's like, and then they'll use the excuse in the lines of, well, there's enough to go around, and I'm making too much money. It's like, no, you're not, dude. Like, if there's enough to go around, like, the internet is only so much real estate. You only can find so many other people who want to go and buy, a little small item in a Shopify store. At some point, the 9 other people who are also selling this from this course are going to catch up to you. Other people are
just creating competition for yourself. But I mean, now, do people make a lot of money telling people like how to do it? Like, those dudes, you can argue, are smart. If people are going to pay them $1,000, to get access to your course, then now I'm not saying that he's doing it wrong. You will learn something, but at the same time, it's like you got to think and be like, wait, he just told 1,000 people the same thing as he told me, So
now 1,000 people
we're all competing against each other.
Well, and then you got to look at it too. Like, a lot of these things, the internet ones are always the easiest examples, because it's like, hey, if you want to jumpstart this, pay this, and you can jump the line. So in the back of your head, you're like, oh shit, this guy's like, he's got 1 million followers. He knows what he's doing. I got to jump the line, because all these other guys are going to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean $200 for a website? Yeah, I'll do that. I didn't Google it for 3 seconds and realize that websites are free. That's another thing.
There's so
I
much
always
free
blows my mind.
information out there. Like, fucking Google something before you pay somebody $1,000, and you'll soon figure out like, oh, this old guy's been making videos for years telling me how to do it for free on YouTube. Like, you could have just followed him and got way more information from somebody that's not motivated by getting people like that will be like, give me, if you want to donate, like, go ahead and do it. But they're motivated just by helping you out rather than being motivated by like how much money you can give them.
Yeah, well, also on all those pitches, everyone has like a Lamborghini or the Ty Lopez house. Like, they're showing you what you want, so they're tricking your brain into being like, well, Ty Lopez has an orange Lamborghini. Why can't I have
fucking books. Read all your books. Fuck books.
Read all your books. I'm Ty Lopez. Yes, so Ty Lopez is my dad. He works for a seminar company, yada, yada, yada. Ty Lopez was one of their speakers one time, and he was like, I don't like this dude. Like, there's something off about him. And like a week or two later, all Ty Lopez was doing was pushing Bitcoin and the power of Bitcoin, and then it tanked. He just deleted everything.
Really?
Yeah, like, we live in a time where we've talked about this with like sports analysts and like Skip Bayless and stuff. Like, we live in a time where you could go back, if you had enough time, and you could make Skip Bayless argue with himself over points. And it just gets deleted. Like, Ty Lopez can go and sell $10,000 worth of how to make money in Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin crashes, like, hey, buddy, delete all those videos for me. Okay, like, dude,
yeah, it didn't happen. I still know what I'm talking about. Well, shit, I got to get ready to go pick up Abel because I got to upload this podcast. I'm going to actually listen to that call again, so it makes, just to get more, like, some of the stuff was kind of hard to hear. But, yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the later in the day show. And
it's still going up.
Follow me on Instagram, Kyle. Epic, what's my name on there? Epic MTD?
Epic MTD. Make sure when you're done hitting that up, you go follow me at Colby Bratson on Instagram. Make sure you check that out.
I'm supposed to make an Instagram video today. I'm back on the grind because I was consumed last week by this razor shit. So I better make a razor.
Well, you're back, dude.
I'm gonna make a video that's just like, even though they didn't do this, I'm gonna show like the video of it being stolen, the video of me like finding it, but then I'm gonna just kind of have like a rant on like the pussies of 2018 because I'm gonna be like, so I got quite a few toys and I let my buddies, borrow them often. And the only rule is you bring it back to me better than when you took it. put some fuel in the tank, do all this stuff. So I'm going to, even though it didn't happen, I'm going to say that, like these people, like it looked like they washed it, which it did look like they washed it, but just because it rained a lot. I'm going to say that they fixed the 4-wheel drive for me, because the 4-wheel drive was fucked up and it worked when I took it out, and that they gave me a full tank of gas. So I'm going to be like, this is what we're living in, thieves out here. Like, this is 2018 for you. Like, you can't even be a dick thief. Like, you got to be a pussy thief, and then, dude, I don't know how I'm going to word it, because that doesn't necessarily sound right. I got to figure out what to call them if, I'm like, well, they filled the tank up for me. They fixed the 4-wheel drive.
Call them snowflakes.
Yeah. I'll be like, the snowflakes fucking washed it, fixed the 4-wheel drive. Yeah, I'll figure out what I got to do. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And if you felt like I was being a dick,
Mayfield's time is now.
Oh yeah. If you feel like I was being a dick to the serious guy, I would like to know down in the comment section on YouTube. But I feel like I told him multiple times, I'm at work. Like, leave me the fuck alone is basically what I said in a nice way. But
also,
hey,
Kyle gave me a controller, so that was really nice of him. Now I can play Fortnite again.
Oh yeah, I can get back on my stream grind.
All right, I'm out of here. Peace.
Bye.